Today I would like to talk to you about the user arpeggios. User arps are a useful and cool feature. You can create them in different ways. Record them directly into the device, Montage or MIDI, or load a MIDI file, and I like to show you exactly how to do that today. I would be very happy if you subscribe my channel, and if you click on the bell you won't miss the next videos. What I only realized on the way, because I didn't read properly, a user arpeggio can contain a maximum of 16 different note values. That doesn't mean that I can't use more notes. You can use significantly more notes, but there can be a maximum of 16 in the pitch. Anything above that is simply cut off. We'll see this again later when we're looking for the error because something isn't working like I thought. I've already prepared a performance for the song Starlight here. It basically contains all the sounds except for the arpeggio from the chords, and that's exactly what I want to insert. But it doesn't work as well, see later. I'll explain how to solve the problem with a workaround in a moment. I'll now select the lead sound for the theme. I don't actually have to do that as well, see in a moment. Then I switched the timbre to solo, which is actual total nonsense, but I didn't think about it properly at that point. But you can make that mistake sometimes. Then we go to the edit menu in the timbre. Here on the Arp window, and we now have 3 tabs: Common, Individual and Advanced. You can set various different things here, which we go into later. In the individual area I can select 8 different arpeggios for my part, which I can then switch between via scenes. I will show that in another video. You can select Arps and user Arps via the search category. To get to the song area on the device we first pressed the play button and then came out in the playback area, either pattern or in the MIDI area. We can actually do that whole thing via the MIDI area as well as via the pattern area. I'm just going to do this via the MIDI area. We can see here that a song has already been selected. How do we now get our MIDI file into the device? I now take the song 3, then click on the song name, new song 3, and then I have a menu on the left in which I can select load or rename. Here I can now access my USB stick via load, and I click on the content type and then select MIDI files. You can see a little bad. Then I can select the USB stick and go to my samples folder and now look for another folder, Starlight, because I know that I have put the MIDI in there, and now click on the Starlight and then the MIDI is loaded. Now I have loaded the MIDI, and when I press play button the Modx will hopefully play something. Okay, that sounds funny, but I think I know what the problem is. Because I have selected the song Uptown Funk, it has loaded the performance Uptown Funk. Let's check it again and find out. That's the case. Of course, we don't want that. That's why I now select my song Starlight again, then we press play again to get to the playback menu and press play again and see what happens. Of course, we have to jump to the beginning of the song again. Now we hear piano. Why do we hear piano? Because timbre 1 is a piano and the MIDI file I uploaded is playing on channel 1. Channel 1 plays timbre 1 by default, and the piano is also not set to the full range, so not everything of the MIDI file can come through. Since I don't want the piano for the ARP, but a synth of course, I quickly change it. Then I press solo on the timbre that nothing else comes up, and I press play again. I can still adjust the speed, which we will do in a moment. I think the original is 120 or 122. You can also set the loop start and the endpoint here. This has nothing to do with what I create later, so what I said there is totally irrelevant in this case. The tempo actually also, because I can set it again later in the performance and also save it there. Next, let's click on the song name again, and here we have another menu, namely new song or user arp. If we click on user arp, I can select a storage location on the left. Right next to it a category, next a subcategory, and on the far right a name. Then we can set what we take with us. We take with us track arp track 1. Theoretically, we could also include tracks 1 to 4 in the arp. Then we have the convert type. Normal, fix and org notes. Normal means that I always play on the key I started on and on the octaves up and down. Fixed means that I have the same arp on all the keys. And original notes means that I have selected a start key and then pressed the keys next to it. The arpeggio transposes up and down according to the changed notes. Then I can select from which bar to which bar I want to take my arpeggio with me. On the right, I simply go to store user arp and we've saved the thing. Now let's go back into the performance and check my part 1 again to see if it's the right sound. That sounds good. Basically, it doesn't matter which one I use because I can select the arp for each timbre. Now I switch on both the part arpeggio and the arpeggio master and can adjust various things here. I can set sync quantize at the top. This is now set to off and means that the arp starts running as soon as I press a key. If I set a value here, the arp only runs on this count time or on the next count time. The hold function is located directly below this. On sync off, the arp continues to run when I releases the key. If I press a key again, it continues at the point where it left off. It runs continuously but only sounds when the key is pressed. Off means that I press a key, the arpeggio starts, I release the key, the arpeggio stops, and on means that the arp continues to run in the loop when I press a key, or if I switch off the loop, it runs through once as a one-shot. Then there is the arp play only function. If I switch this on, only the arpeggiator is played when I press the keys. If it is set to off, the normal sound and the sound of the key are also played. This can be quite interesting with a fixed arp, for example, if I have the same arpeggio on different keys but different pitches of the sound. Change timing is important. This works once in real time. When I changed a key, the arp also changed. If I set this to measure, the arp is changed after the next bar, always on the first tick. Then I can set the velocity limit and the note limit at the bottom. This only refers to the range where the arp can be started. Everything else we can set there will be done in another video. Now we switch to the individual area. Here I can set 8 different arpeggios per arp, which I can change via the scenes. We now selected the starlight for our arp that we saved earlier. Here we can hear the phenomena I described at the beginning. The arp can only play 16 individual notes, and all of the notes that come after that are simply cut off and remain with the first 16. The solution follows in another video.